Aljamain Sterling, man. Some people call this guy the bantamweight GOAT. Like fucking Bad Time, for example. Like Aljo is not the greatest bantamweight of all time. Not even close, okay? Today we are gonna talk about the most disgraceful, the most shameful champion, because not all champions are created equal. This video, of course, is about Aljamain Sterling. Sterling's journey to the top, it wasn't without struggle, okay? He came up as a prospect, had unorthodox striking and a strong grappling base. He seemed destined for the top of the sport, honestly. However, when he finally reached the top of the sport, controversy and questionable moments began defining his career more than his skills did. And we're gonna get right into UFC 259, okay? We're gonna skip all the fuss, all the fluff, how he made it to the belt, blah blah. We're not gonna talk about that. Where he had an infamous moment against Petr Yan. He faced him for the bantamweight title, did well in the first round, but after that Yan was dominating the fight. He was outstriking Sterling, stuffing takedowns, throwing him around like a bag of potatoes and dictating the pace. Then the illegal knee happened. Of course, I think you've all seen it. This is nothing new to anybody. Basically, Aljo was a grounded opponent. Yan was an idiot and kneed him and got disqualified, lost his belt. And was it a foul? Absolutely. But was Sterling's reaction genuine? Hell no, man. He pretended to be hurt as fuck. But after the fight, he was just fine, and he was proudly flaunting himself as champion. He made himself look like a victim and celebrated with the belt, a belt that he only won on a technicality, okay? And listen, in my book, this is still a victory for Petr Yan, okay? Because Petr was dominating Aljo, okay? He was literally embarrassing him. Aljo started off well, but he was embarrassed by Petr later on. And there are also countless very good videos proving that Aljo actually faked the reaction. And honestly, just guys, please, I'm gonna show you some clips. Look at it. Like, does this look real? I would say the Oscar goes to Aljo, but it literally doesn't. It's shit acting, man. He just pretends to be hurt. Look at him comically flopping over. Then the rematch finally happened. Time for justice to be served. Petr Yan was gonna destroy this guy, and Sterling narrowly edged out a split decision. Great job. It was a fight many believe Yan actually won. As I said, narrow split decision. And of course, how did he win it? Do you think he won it by spectacular striking, spinning back fist? No, of course, he just held Yan down, got his back. And it was close, no doubt, but Sterling's grappling heavy game plan was boring as fuck, and it fluked him the back. Okay, it wasn't a fluke. I'm kind of getting mad now, okay, I need to relax. But you get what I mean. It was a split decision. He fought boringly. Now, people started defending him all of a sudden. When Corey Sandhagen loses because Dillashaw just holds him down or holds him against the fence, it's, oh yeah, his village is still burning. But when Aljo does it, it's fine, I guess. That's just the UFC community. If you've been in this community, you've seen how many idiots there are. And let's get to the countless excuses and trash talk from Sterling. He has made so many through his career, man. Oh, it's annoying, bro. He was demanding respect while consistently alienating fans, and Aljo just did himself no favors, okay? Then there came the TJ Dillashaw fight. Finally, that's it. You're gonna establish yourself as the best MMA fighter at bantamweight. Finally become the rightful champion. And Dillashaw entered the cage with one shoulder, for fuck's sake. Dillashaw fought with one shoulder. Aljo got the win, but once again, come on. We just can't give him real credit for that. It's another tainted victory. It's not even tainted, it's flushed down the toilet. Okay, no, I'm over exaggerating here. But come on, he was fighting a one-armed man, okay? Basically, that's why it's tough to give him credit, okay? Not his fault, he did his job, but fuck TJ, man. That was his mistake, honestly. I would have also really loved to see that fight, because I think TJ could have done quite well against him and it would have been really interesting. But that's not his fault, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still a tainted victory. You know what I'm getting at? I don't just want to hate on Aljo. I think I've been doing that up until now, but I'll calm down a bit. Then we have the Henry Cejudo fight, a man who retired fucking 4 years ago, came back, lost to Aljo, also by split decision if I remember correctly. Could have also been unanimous, but it was a close fight, okay? And again, for every single title defense with Aljo, you have some caveat. Even the way he won the title, he won it on a technicality. Beat Yan by a boring split decision, or at least he made it boring. The parts where Yan was winning, they were not so boring. Beat one-armed TJ, and then beat a guy that retired a long time ago and fights like an idiot. And yeah, Henry Cejudo is still his most legit win. But there was one guy, one hero, okay, maybe not a hero because people don't like him too, but there was one guy who would easily beat him and destroy him. And that man's name is Merab Dvalishvili. His best friend, for fuck's sake, man. So, Merab just took out all the contenders for Aljo, and Aljo kicked his feet back, just watched, and they just agreed to never fight each other. These two are like the power couple that's gonna dominate the UFC. But then Sean O'Malley freed us from the reign of terror by KOing Aljo. And I remember making a video about it and literally writing, "Thank you, Sean O'Malley." And I'm not even a Sean O'Malley fan, bro. Like I don't like fucking pink weed smokers, man. But thank you for finishing Aljo, ending the title reign. And I think recently Aljo lost by a split decision again. I forgot against who it was, honestly. And that really surprised me, to be honest. Watching it live, I gave it to Aljo, but I guess that's just karma catching up with him, and now finally he's getting what he was always destined to get. And to be clear, I want to end this video on a positive note, okay? Aljamain Sterling is a talented fighter and a really nice guy in his videos, actually. His grappling is very good and he's earned his spot in the UFC. But the way he's handled controversy, leaned into theatrics, and allowed his legacy to be overshadowed by questionable moments makes him, in my opinion, the most disgraceful champion in UFC history. You can't convince me otherwise. It's the most fraudulent run there is, and he's nowhere near the GOAT list, okay? Aljamain Sterling, man. Some people call this guy the bantamweight GOAT. Like fucking Bad Time, for example. Like, oh my days. Bad Time is one of the best MMA YouTubers in my opinion, and he has the best opinions. I agree with him way more than I do with somebody as Lucas Tracy, for example. I don't really watch any other YouTubers besides these two, but I like these guys. But Aljo is not the greatest bantamweight of all time, not even close, okay? Dominic Cruz, TJ Dillashaw, and Merab are all better than him.